This security finding impacts Microsoft Windows operating systems from Windows 8 or Server 2012 onward. PowerShell version 2 is generally not used in modern systems but presents a vulnerable surface area. It can be used to bypass some modern EDR controls. One way to verify this applies to your systems is to open PowerShell and type get Windows optional feature online feature name Microsoft Windows PowerShell v2. To remediate this finding on a single system, open PowerShell as administrator and run the command disable Windows optional feature online feature name Microsoft Windows PowerShell v2. To verify that the finding has been remediated, run the get Windows optional feature online feature name Microsoft Windows PowerShell v2 command again. There is a ready-made PowerShell script available on my GitHub at the link in the video description. For a Microsoft Active Directory environment, remediation and enforcement can be accomplished using group policy to deploy a PowerShell script, including the one available on my GitHub. To create the policy, first open the Group Policy Management console. Expand out the forest, domains, and the domain name containers. In my case, the domain name is toastersecurity.local. And finally, expand out the Group Policy Objects container. From here, create a new Group Policy Object by right-clicking on Group Policy Objects and selecting New. Enter the name for the new policy. In my case, I will name it Lab Pipe Remove PowerShell v2. Right-click on the newly created GPO and select Edit. Under Computer Configuration, expand Policies, then Windows Settings, and select Scripts. Right-click on Startup or Shutdown if preferred, and select Properties. Select the PowerShell Scripts tab at the top, click on Add, select Browse. This is where the startup script will be placed. Once the script has been placed in this folder, select the script and click on Open. In the case of my script, there are no optional parameters required. If you have chosen to use a different script, you may need to provide input to the script parameters field, then click OK. Click OK to close out of the Properties dialog box. Click on File, then Exit to close out of the Group Policy Management editor. The Group Policy object has now been created and is ready to be linked to the domain or an organizational unit. Right-click and click on Link an existing GPO, then select the newly created GPO from the list and click OK. This completes the configuration of the policy. On the client side, either wait for the clients to check in and get the updated policy, or run GP update force from an elevated terminal prompt. Run GP result R from the same terminal prompt to confirm that the policy has been applied. Once the policy has been applied, the script should run during the next startup or shutdown. To verify that the finding has been remediated, run the Get Windows optional feature online feature name Microsoft Windows PowerShell v2 command from an elevated terminal on the client system and confirm that the state is disabled.